Hey Boss Petite, can you teach me your tips and tricks on how to get knots to stay in clothing? Thanks.
Hey Caitie, I love your question, and we actually got together and came up with a few different ways to tie tops, and I can't wait to share them with you today. So the one that I always do is just the simple basic little knot is you want to have about a top that's a little bit flowy and loose fit. You're going to need about 4 inches of fabric to do this knot, and probably all of the knots actually. So I just grab about 4 inches and tighten with my left hand. I guess it just depends on what side, and then wrap around, go through, and then you got the kind of the basic knot is what I call it. So some people hate this little extra piece of fabric here. So what you can do, if you have enough fabric, you're gonna take that piece and you're gonna tuck it back behind. Just tuck it back behind if I can. Sometimes this is hard to do because I don't usually have a huge amount of extra fabric, but if you do, you can. If you have extra, you can, and then there you go. Have a little knot. It makes the top a little bit more fitted, but it also gives it a little bit of ruching, which is kind of nice if you want the top to pull away from your body, but also this gives you a little bit of shape at the same time. One thing, if you're like, Ash, my knots don't stay in, which I think that was part of your question, take a clear rubber band. Today I have just a regular one. If you can get it to hide, you can use whatever color, but clear, at least nobody will really see it. And you're just gonna wrap it around behind it. And then you can move around and your knot's not gonna fall off. One thing that's nice, if you have a really flowy, loose top and you don't wanna tuck it into your jeans, to add that extra layer, maybe your skirt's fitted like this or your jeans are fitted, it's nice to be able to do like a knot on the outside to shrink it up instead of having to tuck it into your pants and add any bulk. So there's the first knot. I kind of did the same thing on this guy over here, which is the tunic. It just depends. It's gonna look a little different on each top. Okay, we'll go on to the next knot. Actually, while I have the rubber band, I'll show you the one, and you're gonna be able to do this on either side, so you can just pick. I think I naturally go to the right because I'm right-handed. Okay, the next one I wanna show you is kind of a knot, but not as much work for a knot. So you're gonna take the rubber band. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna go behind your top, grab a little bit of fabric about where you want the twisty knot. And once I do it, you'll kind of have an idea where you want yours. Usually I do it closer to my hip. And then you just go from the front. It stays in because you got the fabric back there. And once you get it in, let's say you don't love that the fabric is kind of sticking out there, you can just kind of slowly pull it out and adjust it, or you can go behind and kind of adjust it also and mess with it there. So that's just another way to kind of ruche up your top and add a little interest to an oversized or just a basic top that you're wanting to dress up a little bit. Okay, our third knot is going to be similar to the first in that you're taking that 4 inches of fabric, but this time you're gonna twist it. So twist it up tight. This one is kind of called the rose knot, and you're gonna start wrapping it around itself, and you're gonna go from the back front to the front with it. And you get kind of the rose look on this one. It gives a similar look to one of the first ones I did, but because we twisted the fabric, it makes it look like a flower in a way. So kind of fun, just a little bit different from the first one. Okay, so this one's in the center also, and you're gonna take your fabric. You can take as much as you want really with this one, and so I have probably closer to 5 inches here because my top is a little bit long and oversized. You're gonna wrap your rubber band around it twice, and then what you're gonna do is tuck it in, and if you can see the rubber band, I don't think that you guys can see the rubber band from your side right now. If you can, you're just gonna take your fabric and pull it out a little bit, and it just looks like a little tuck without actually tucking it into your pants. But, okay, so if you are worried that the tuck is gonna slide out from itself, you can tuck it into your pants just a little bit and still have the same look, but it's also secured in your pants, so it's gonna give it a little bit extra, hold it down a little bit easier. Sorry, losing words today. But, okay, there you go. One more. It's not really a knot, but it's a way to kind of change up a shirt. from just a basic loose top. Okay, then last one is a knot with kind of a twist. It's got lots of stuff going on. So I'm not gonna lie, it took me a few times to practice this one. But, okay, you're gonna take your hands, cross them, and grab the fabric, cross the fabric. You're gonna twist it, and then you're going to twist it around itself. Then you're gonna grab it and go over it. Okay, and kind of have like a little messy ball in the front, but what you're gonna do is if you want it to stay a little bit better, you're gonna take your clear rubber band, not the color one like I have today, and just tighten that up, and it looks nice. It's nice and easy to do right in the center, and I love how the pleats are in the front. So easy way to throw it on. And again, I don't know if you guys can see my elastic band, but if you do a clear ponytail holder, you won't notice it at all. All right, let me know which tie is your favorite. As far as fabric, I would say soft with a little bit of stretchiness to it. If you have really soft fabric, I kind of have pretty soft fabric on today, you do want to have that rubber band because the soft fabric, as you move around, is going to loosen up and slide out of the knot. So rubber bands are always good to have on hand to use when you're doing knots. Okay, let me know which one's your favorite or which one you already have been doing. Bye guys.